Hi everyone, this is Sebastian from Akai Professional, and today we'll be setting up your MPC. In today's video, I'll be using the MPC Live, but this process will work for the MPC Live II, MPC One, MPC X, and the new MPC Studio. The first thing you'll want to do is create an Akai Professional account on akaipro.com. If you click on the account button in the top right corner of the screen, you'll be able to go to the sign in page. If you don't already have an account, click on Create Account and fill in all the information. Once the account has been created, go to the inbox of the email address you used to confirm the account with the email link that was sent to you. When you click on the Confirm Account button, you'll be taken back to the Akai Pro website. Now it's time to register your MPC hardware. First, click on the Register New Product button. To find the serial number, turn over your MPC and locate the 15-digit code underneath. After entering the serial number, click Check Serial. When the serial number is recognized, you'll need to enter the date and location of purchase information. Then click on Register Your Product. Now that your MPC is successfully registered, it's time to install the included software. Click on the See Details button, scroll down, and download the latest version of the MPC software. Once that's finished, go to the folder where you downloaded the installer and extract the contents from the zip file. If you're on a Mac, these files will automatically extract and you can go straight to installation. Now that you've extracted everything, run the installer. Select the MPC you own from the menu. Then click on the Install MPC Software button. In most situations, you can leave the default settings for the installation. At the end, click on Create a Desktop Shortcut if you'd like to launch the software from your desktop. Make sure you install the Paste software when prompted. Once the installation is complete, you're going to install the audio driver from the installation menu. Be sure to click Install on all the prompts that appear. Now that your software has been installed, it's time to register it in iLok. Open the iLok license manager that's been installed on your computer. If you do not have an iLok account, you'll need to create an account at this point. Once your account has been created, you'll need to go to your email to activate your iLok account. After you click the link, sign in to the iLok website to finish activating your account. Once your iLok account is activated, you can sign into the iLok license manager. After you've signed in, return to the My Products page of the Akai Pro website. Make sure you're in the Details section of your MPC hardware registration. Under Software Downloads, you'll see a red box to get an activation code. Click the box. Now you're going to copy the serial number that appears and return to the iLok License Manager. In the License Manager, click on the button with the two dots and the letter I next to the search bar. Then paste the serial number you copied earlier into the box that appears on the screen. Select a location for the activation, and then click Redeem. Your MPC software is now successfully registered. MPC 2 can be activated on two computers. To activate it on the first computer, right-click on the license that appeared after registration. When you're asked to select the location, select the computer you're currently using and click Activate. Then confirm the activation. This completes the software installation process. Next, we're going to talk about firmware. First, we'll need to check what version of the firmware is currently installed on your device. To do this, press the menu button, then tap the cog icon. The firmware version will be listed there. If the device firmware does not match the current firmware that's listed on the website, you'll need to update the firmware. Start by downloading the 2.10.1 firmware updater from the website. Then connect your MPC to your computer and make sure it's powered on. Once the MPC is on, press the menu button, then press the gear at the top of the screen. Once you're on the Preferences page, press Update, then select Switch to Update mode. If you don't see an update button on the screen, press the Shift button on your MPC and it'll appear. When it asks if you want to restart the MPC, press Update. Once the MPC reboots in update mode, go to your Downloads folder. Double-click the MPC Firmware Updater software and click Update MPC. The updater will then transfer and install the update on your MPC. Once you start the update, make sure you don't power off or disconnect your MPC. You will only need to go through this process once. When the update is complete, the MPC will automatically restart. Once the MPC restarts, you'll see a screen that says new plugin instruments are available for your MPC. And that's because you still need to install the new synthesizer content that comes included in the MPC 2.10 update. To install the synth content, you'll need an external storage device, like a USB drive, SD card, or an external hard drive. We'll start by downloading the synth content file from the Akai website. That can be found under Software Downloads, where you first downloaded the MPC software. Once you've downloaded the synth content, you'll need to find the zip file in your Downloads folder and unzip that file. Go into the folder that you unzipped, and in that folder, you'll see a folder simply labeled Synths. Then copy that Synths folder onto your external storage device. Make sure all the content copies to your drive before removing it. Once the synth content is on your drive, insert the storage device into your MPC and power it on. The synth content is now installed, and you're ready to use your MPC. If you still need assistance, please click the link in the description to submit a technical support request, or connect with one of our technical support representatives.